Well, it's been a couple of decades now that red hot winter has been a part of our community. Last year, well, like everything else, didn't happen. This year, thankfully, it's back. And it's going to look just a little different. We are talking red hot winter with Rod Sickler. Hey, Rod, how are you?
Tim, thanks for having me today.
I appreciate you being here. Last year, I mean, everybody's everything got canceled, and red hot winter was one of those things.
Well, actually, it did not. We got it in just before the big shutdown.
That's right.
It was like the last big thing that happened.
You know what?
I remember one of my friends said early on, were you going to cancel the show? I said, well, I didn't even understand what he was talking about.
Yeah.
And then like 10 days later, then all of a sudden, my salon shut down for almost 12 weeks.
Wow.
And I remember this time last year just sitting in my office, just really scared.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, I remember that now being that was the last thing at City Center.
Yeah, we didn't even understand what was happening.
Right.
Then we heard a little bit about this COVID thing, and then in a matter of, it was like 10 days later, then the world changed.
So this year, obviously the goal is to have it. You've been doing it for so long now.
20 years ago I started it.
But the question is how?
Well, that's the thing. We had, you know, because Red Hot Winter is limited, and because when we moved to the City Center 2 years ago, we were able to put things on the big screen over there because our crowds were enormous. We've had sellout crowds every show since we moved to the City Center, 500 plus. That's, of course, pre-COVID,
sure,
when you could do that. So we were filming for the big screen, so we had a lot of really great footage over the last 2 years. So what we did, what you'll see Saturday night, 7 p.m. right here on WCIA, also WCIA.com. You can catch it if you're out and about, is really films, things that we filmed from the last 2 years, so no one's been endangered, everything's safe, but we had some really great stuff. I mean, you know, I bring in these great Cirque du Soleil performers from all over the world, so we featured those. We have some beautiful music, we have speed painting, we have a hair show. There's just a really kind of action-packed sort of show going on, and I think it's great to encapsulate what we're doing now with Red Hot, because over 20 years the show's morphed and changed and grown on such a large scale that I'm excited for people. I don't think they even know what Red Hot Winter is unless you've actually been to the show.
And it's hard to describe unless you've actually been to the show, too. So this year, it's virtual, and by virtual, I mean on TV and online.
Safe, and probably the most important thing why we're doing it, because, you know, people, charities, not-for-profits, they did not stop needing things, and in some ways they needed it more than ever. So I thought, how can I make something happen? How can I get exposure for someone? So we're doing it for Aunt Martha's Health and Wellness. Now, it's a statewide organization, but we have a facility right in Vermilion County, like 35 minutes from right here where we're at right now, Tim. So I wanted to use this as a way to bring awareness to Aunt Martha's Health and Wellness. We serve 3.5 times more uninsured patients than any other facility in the state of Illinois. So it's now more than ever is Aunt Martha's really stepping up to help people.
Well, and in years past, obviously there's ticket sales and there's the auction and there's ways to give money to these causes. This year, being that it's on TV, how is that money being raised?
It's free. It's free to you, but what's great this year is you can text the word RED to 56651. RED to 56651. We have an incredible auction out there with all kinds of trips and memorabilia and jewelry and just a mega package to my salon and spa, John Jansky speed painting. So there's tons of items that you can bid on, or you can also just go on, if it's in your heart, you can just donate as well.
Well, and you guys have raised so much money for so many good causes over the decades, and it's great that this year, one, it's not only free to experience, but there's still a way to give back. Quickly, before we run out of time, how are things going at the salon? Because I know for like 3 months you guys were shut down.
You know what? We have I'm thankful. Was not working this time last year. Last week we had our busiest week of 2021, so I'm thankful for that, and I feel blessed for that. And I'm looking forward really this Saturday night to show people what Red Hot Winter has become and to reach out to help Aunt Martha's Health and Wellness. Text the word RED to 56651. It'll be right here on WCIA. I'm very excited about that.
7 o'clock Saturday night,
7 o'clock Saturday night.
All right. So many more people are going to get to experience it, which is kind of the fun side of all this. If you want details, we will have them on our website. And, of course, you can catch the show 7 o'clock Saturday night here on WCIA 3 and on WCIA.com. But for all that information, I know it was a lot, go to CILiving.tv.